everybody, hope you're doing good and welcome back to the Basement Studio for another Studio Diaries episode. So on today's video we're going to be looking at my current live sets and the setup in particular and what kind of things I'm taking with me on my UK tour coming up next week, which I hope you're all coming to, even if you don't live in the UK. Honestly, I'm joking, it's all good. So I'm having some rehearsals, and after this little introduction, I'm going to do a performance of the track Empty Theatre with all the bits and all the gadgets going, so you can see exactly what's happening in that track and how I perform that one live. But I thought it might be really cool as well just to go through a few bits and pieces, just so you can see what I've been doing this week, kind of troubles I've been having with arranging all this stuff, because I've been adding some new tracks into the mix as well, some new instruments, so it's been chaos, but we got there. So let's have a look at the equipment anyway. I'm just gonna move around the back, so 2 seconds. And here we're around the back. This is where I stand and perform. This is what it looks like from my side of things. It's kind of a lot of stuff. I'm kind of trapped in my own little realm, but I like that a lot. So this is my main table, workstation table, with the majority of the equipment in terms of what's important to me when I'm playing live and how the set runs and things. So just to start off with, over this side, on the left side, I've got this Novation Launch Control XL MIDI controller, which is the kind of, aside from the laptop, I guess this is the lifeblood of the set. I have it on the left side because I'm playing guitar as well. So having it over this side, I found was really kind of cumbersome. So I like having it on the side of my fretted hand, so I can play guitar and then grab a control, play a bit more guitar, grab a control. That's changed over time, and I've learned a lot about where to position things, and that's really important with the table, where you have things, where is ergonomically helpful and that kind of thing. So yeah, this little thing is awesome. I've had quite a few of these during my time. I'm always breaking them. Broken this here. Oops, that's the microphone. These are all coming off all the time. I've glued them on, which is really useful. Yeah, I've broken a bloody knob here. This controls the sound of the live set with tones and master. Oh yeah, master volume. That's the Striga going crazy. Yeah, master volume for instruments like kick drum on and off, guitars, volumes. There are 8 knobs representing 8 channels of my live set, which I'll have a look when I get more focused on the camera in a second. But yeah, 8 channels, which I have 8 sounds running at once basically, and this controls how loud they are when they come in. Really kind of basic stuff. It's simple, it's easy, and it's small and cool. And also I control my looping with my guitar, so I will press start and then play guitar, stop, and then that's looped around. It's really simple stuff. But yeah, this thing's really important to my live set, and it goes with me everywhere. I write music sometimes with it, but yeah, it does the job perfectly for me. And then above here we have the Novation Launchpad. It's kind of a small one. I think it's the mini Launchpad, and this works in line with this. So this helps me move through the set in terms of time. So to go through the songs bit by bit, stage by stage, scene by scene, or section by section. So this is controlling the time element of the set. This is controlling the tonal element of the set, and the volume and the dynamics of it. But you can't really see because of the contrast, I guess. I might try and lower that. But these are different colours representing different tracks, different songs. So up here, the first one is this is blue. This is a a song. I can't give the title away yet because it's a new song, and these are green, and this is also a new song. So we have a blue, a green, and then further down. Let's go a bit further down. So you can kind of see, but these are coloured in red, which is Harlow's Experiment. So loads of sections for that track. And then at the bottom we have another green one, which is Empty Theatre, and I'm going to be adding a few more bits in. But this just helps me run through all the stages of the set, and over half an hour. It's kind of like reading a book, or like 40 minutes. So over time, it goes right to the bottom, and I finished the book. I finished the set. So it's like intro, bass and beats, outro, intro, bass and beats. So it kind of works like that. It's just for structural things. You can do the same thing with the mouse, using a mouse and choosing sounds, but I hate looking at the computer during the set, and these things let me be independent of the computer, which is really, really good. Just a little bit of admin actually as well. This is a guitar case. Everything sits on here nicely and stores inside, and I have a keyboard stand that it goes on. And yeah, this thing is super old, super battered, but I really like it. I've had it for years. Next thing is this Vermona Lancet synth, which is awesome and something I've only used in one live set so far, and I've just completely like fallen in love with it in the studio and at gigs, and I'm using it all the time. It's running some MIDI from the laptop, so I'm kind of doubling my synths because I play synths from like WAV files and plugins within the laptop, but I'm also doubling them now with a hardware synth, which sounds so punchy and raw and fat and ugly, and oh yeah, it's great. It's really, really good fun. And then up here we have the Make Noise Striga synth, which is a hideous drone machine, gnarly as hell. Let me just like turn a bit of that up. So yeah, we're going to turn the master volume up here. Hey, that's the Striga coming in. And here we have a filter for the Striga. So when I want to kill the sound, I could do that. Very nice, very nice. And then yeah, this thing's awesome. And the Striga's always running. It's always making a noise. It's the note D, so lots of my tracks are in the key of D minor or C minor, so it fits nicely. This thing's always going, and whenever I kind of get kind of bored or like I want to have a transition, I'll just get some Striga in there. It sounds really, really cool. So moving on, let's move on to the laptop. So obviously this is the brains, as you can imagine, of the entire set. Everything's in here. All of my sounds, sound clips, stuff. Like I plug my guitar in here. The synths are plugged into Ableton as well. Everything's in this thing. I can't play live without the laptop. Yeah, it's just one of those things for me. Maybe one day I'll switch to using, I don't know, something different. But yeah, everything's coming from here. Everything's plugged in to one of these USB hubs, which are absolutely awful. Apple are the worst company I've ever imagined for abandoning the USB cable inputs. But yeah, this is my current live set. As you can see, when I properly focus, Soul Croons live, 30 minutes, 2025. Yeah, upgraded from 2024, and this is the entire set. So there's the colours again: blue, green, red, and yellow. You see there's titled HE, Harlow's Experiment, ET, Empty Theatre, and then the other ones, which I can't give away just yet. But yeah, they're in there. So that's the table, and obviously I've got my plectrums on there, ready for guitar playing, and it's set out just like that. So I'm standing behind here, working all these little bits and pieces, but then over to the right side, the instruments. So I've got the Fender Bass 6, which you've seen me use loads of times on this channel, doing various things. And I've also got a violin, an electric violin, which was donated to me very recently, and I have no idea how to play it. I don't know what to do with it, but it's plugged in and it's going to go through some crazy effects and reverbs and distortions, and it's going to make a real hideous noise whenever I kind of get bored in the set, or I want to cause some chaos. I'm going to grab that and go crazy. But yeah, that's the Fender Bass 6 and the violin, and of course I've got the violin bow there just in case. Down here I've got all of my cables and my audio interface, which is Motu Ultralight, and everything is plugged into there, which is then plugged into the laptop. So guitar, violin, the two synths, and the reel-to-reel is also plugged into there as well, and it just sits there underneath. It's a pretty good interface. It has some things I don't really like about it, but it does for now. So that's what that looks like. But there's also a special guest on the left side, which is obviously the reel-to-reel machine. And like the basics, the guitar basics, if you've seen me play live, you've seen me using this thing, or in the studio I'm always showing this thing off. And it's a lovely piece of equipment. And I have a lamp as well that goes next to it, just to show off a little bit more. But maybe what I should do is just show you what this looks like from the front. So let's walk around. Hey, this is kind of weird. Oh yeah, I've got a new light as well. I'll show you that sometime. But yeah, this is kind of a weird angle for you guys because it's normally facing me. But yeah, the reel-to-reel goes next to this, and I'm using it to process and slow down the music as it's coming into it, and it creates saturation and distortion, and it's so cool. It's super hands-on, it's very usable and tactile, and yeah, it's a gorgeous piece of equipment. And so that's everything, how it looks to me on stage. And then just quickly, you'll have seen it's very red in here because I have these two red kind of like cinematography lights, I suppose. I take those with me at each show, for each show, and they run on batteries, which last a long time. And I have them just kind of facing me from the side, not too blinding for the audience, but yeah, that makes the red glow. So what I'm going to do quickly is walk over here and turn off the lights. Bang, adjust the contrast, there we go. So this is how red it gets. Very red. And apart from a blinding light on the reel-to-reel, this is probably not coming across well in the camera, but yeah, let me see if I can, I'll adjust things manually as I go. So that's the setup, and yeah, I'm ready for tour, I'm ready to go. I'm going to keep on working and keep on practicing tuning the set, tuning little bits and pieces, sorting out volume controls, which are always very hard to get right. Sometimes things run away and they just sound crazy. But yeah, wish me luck when I start on the tour next week. And if you come down, come and say hi. And that's my phone ringing. Whoops. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys on tour. Goodbye.